Hello, it's Zoe here, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my top tips on the one thing that we all do every single day that can impact our health, energy, and metabolism more than anything else. And I'll give you a little hint. It has something to do with this guy right here. He sure is impacting the one thing I do every single day. A lot. And if you can guess what that is, it is sleep. Oh my goodness, since we got this new puppy this week, I have not been getting any sleep. I've been getting maybe 2 hours at a time, and I'll tell you, it's been tough. So if I'm messing up my words a little bit, blame it on sleep deprivation because it has certainly been making a big impact on me, that's for sure. So the tips I'm going to share with you today do have to do with sleep, but not the old, outdated, get 8 hours of sleep every day, because that is just really scratching the surface and has very little to do with the latest research that has come out. So I'm going to be sharing this with you. And first thing, let's just talk about the most important phase of sleep, which is called deep sleep. So there's all different phases when we are sleeping, but that deep sleep is where all the good stuff happens. It's where our body naturally regenerates. It takes care of the cells. It detoxifies any free radicals, any toxins in the body. That's when we repair all the muscle tissues. It is the most important facet of our sleep. And a lot of us are not getting enough deep sleep for a multitude of reasons. So today, I'm going to share with you my top tips to help you get more deep sleep so you can wake up feeling your best. But first, let's talk about what is going on in your body if you're not getting enough deep sleep. Because there is a cascade of things that happen when we don't get the right sleep. And I just want to make sure you have all the information so you can really understand how important it is, because it is extremely, extremely important. So, first thing, lack of deep sleep can really have an impact on our immune system. And of course, now more than ever, we're really needing our immune system to be robust and strong. And we all know, and I think can agree on, that when we are not getting enough deep sleep, that's when we come down with getting a cold. That's when we get sick, because our body doesn't have that natural immunity and that ability to fight off viruses, bacteria, and things that it encounters. That is, I know whenever I've gotten sick, it's because I'm run down, I'm tired, and I'm not taking care of myself the way I should be. So first thing, weakened immune system when we're not getting enough deep sleep. On to the next thing, and this is where we're going to get a little bit more technical and talk about some of the hormones that are in your body, is cortisol. Now, if you have been with Yoga Burn for a while, you know cortisol is a big topic around here, and for good reason. Cortisol is the fat-storing hormone, and when we are not getting enough deep sleep, it increases our cortisol, which means we're more likely to have stress, we're more likely to have inflammation, and we're more likely to have weight gain, especially around the midsection. So cortisol is spiked. Now, moving a little further to talk about your appetite, and this is something we've all been chatting about lately, actually, is our appetite. And you may notice that on the days when you didn't get a good sleep the night before, you find yourself hungrier. And let's talk about why that is. There is a hormone called ghrelin, and it increases our hunger hormone, ghrelin, that makes us hungrier when we're getting a lack of deep sleep. You're gonna be hungrier. But to take that a step further, leptin, which is our appetite suppressing hormone, is decreased. So you're having an increase of your hunger hormone, a decrease in your appetite control hormone. So you can see how that's just really like a double whammy of not working with our hormones to be able to control our appetite. We're gonna eat more, and not only are we going to eat more, our fat storing hormone, cortisol, is higher too. So we're naturally gonna store more fat. So you can see why all of those things combined really create an undesirable effect in the body. And I know when I was a personal trainer, I've been personal training for over a decade now. And the one thing that made the biggest difference from one woman to the next was her ability to rest and recover. If she wasn't getting adequate rest and recovery, we just wouldn't see those same changes in the body, the same results from her fitness and diet, because let's face it, her body didn't have an opportunity to really do the work and get those benefits from it, right? And I think it's pretty amazing that today we're not really talking about fitness, what if you're doing squats or lunges, if you're on Atkins or eating vegan or gluten-free or intermittent fasting. All of that stuff is great and is important, but if we are not getting enough sleep, that stuff really isn't going to matter that much. And if you're a new mom, or if you've gone through a period in your life when you're not sleeping great, you can definitely attest to that. I know a lot of women in our community have. So let's get into these tips, and I will rapid fire them out. And I would love to hear any tips that you have along the way for getting a better night's sleep. Tip number one, it is to do with what you are watching right now. The blue light from our screens, our TV, computer, phone. Of course, the phone is a big one because it's always in our hands, right? That blue light actually suppresses our natural melatonin production. So seeing if we can especially reduce our blue light before bed, an hour before bed at least. Maybe try reading instead. Or doing a gentle yoga practice instead of watching TV or being on our phones. So that is tip number one. Tip number two is to try eating your dinner earlier. My husband and I, we usually ate dinner at 7:30, but now we've bumped it up to 6 o'clock. And what we've found is that in that extra time, we then have more time to digest our meal before bed. So we're able to get to bed earlier, and we feel better in our stomach when we're sleeping. Not only that, it leads to the next tip, which is a great one, depending on your weather, is taking a walk after dinner. Taking a walk, getting some fresh air. Again, makes you feel good. That fresh air kind of tires you out. You might catch the sunset. Of course, if you have a dog or any pets, they would love to go on a walk with you after dinner, and it would help them sleep better too. But going on a walk can just really get you feeling great. So that is something that we do. And I just have 2 more tips. The next one is if you have a spouse and you're able to, going to bed at the same time. This is something that we've found works really well for us. We get into bed together, we say goodnight. It's just very comforting, and it's a really nice routine for both of us. Whereas if my husband stays up later than me, he ends up staying up like 3-4 hours later than me, and then I'm getting up really early. I'm disturbing him when I'm getting up in the morning. He's disturbing me when he's coming in at night. And those, when you're breaking your sleep like that, that's what's breaking that deep sleep cycle. So you really want to try and get that continuous deep sleep for 6-7 hours so that you can go through all the cycles of your sleep, right? Then, of course, there is yoga, meditation. Doing something to really help calm and center the body before bed is super, super helpful. I love child's pose, for example. You know, the one where you're just like down on your knees and you stretch your arms forward. Child's pose is so, so calming and a great option as well. Unless you're like this guy and you can just literally conk out anywhere. Child's pose can really help us with that. And then, of course, the biggest tip of all is something brand new to our community. And I have placed a link around this video for you to head on over to the next page and check out the biggest tip of all that is super easy and simple and can be done 2 minutes before bed to help you fall asleep easier, stay asleep longer, and really boost that deep sleep so that you can start seeing the benefits of your diet and exercise routine. So you can start waking up feeling energized, ready to take on the day, because man, it really does make such a big difference. And of course, we can see with the hormones and what's going on in our body, we're not really going to be able to get those awesome results that we're looking for if we're missing out on deep sleep. And as many of of you know, as we age and go through hormonal shifts as women, menopause, sleep is affected, and those hormones, they all get affected, and it can really cause that chain reaction in the body that so many women write to me about. Hey, I'm, in my 40s now, I'm not able to sleep. I'm noticing weight gain around my belly specifically. So this is what I have put together for you to help so many of us that are struggling with the extra stress that's going on right now and not being able to sleep. So I would highly suggest you tap the link I placed for you around this video, head on over, check out what it is, and let me walk you through the full 2-minute before bed routine so you can get a good idea of why so many women in our community are now getting amazing sleeps, looking and feeling their best. Because hey, when we are not sleeping, we are not looking and feeling our best. I think that's something else we can all agree on, right? So I'm wishing you an amazing day, and I can't wait to walk you through everything on the next page. Take care. Talk to you soon. Big hugs. Bye-bye.